Well, the buy or burn auctions have breathed new life into pieces of art that would otherwise be lost. Plus, they've raised thousands of dollars for the Inverse Performance Art Festival. And here to look back at this year's successes and tell us about how you can still get involved today, we've got Ben Edwards and Christian Perry joining us. Thanks for being here. Great to see you.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. So, Ben, let's just talk about this thing. You've been doing it for a year. For those who are unfamiliar,
Right.
what is it?
Well, a year ago, just today, we started auctioning art in Bentonville. And we have five of these auctions to date that have contributed to different causes, including Best Friends Animal Shelter, individual artists, and Inverse Performance Art Festival. We raised quite a bit of money for that festival in November. So we're excited to be back with an online event that anyone could participate in.
Right, and it's happening through the rest of today. Can you give us the details
Correct.
on that?
All right, the auction ends tonight.
Okay.
So at 8 p.m., the auction will close. If you haven't gotten a bid in yet, artists like Christian Perry, myself, Cat Wilson, Rumwolf, all of the people that have participated previously in Buy or Burns have allowed a piece to go into this special online anniversary auction, and we're very excited.
Yeah, that's cool. Christian, tell us about your art. What do people expect when they see a work by
Yes.
Christian Perry?
Usually it's a little bit darker. I like to make people feel really weird about what they throw away. So
Okay.
I try to repurpose objects and breathe new life into them.
That's really cool.
Fascinating.
Where'd you get that inspiration from?
A lot of it was in college. I really wanted my my paintings, the mixed media, to like kind of jump off the wall, and so I started experimenting with found objects in that, and then I started moving that into also like transforming trauma, and so
Okay.
it's also kind of darker subject matter, doing a lot of shadow work, really focusing on. Kind of transforming trauma, just like transforming the objects, you know?
Very
So,
cool.
Absolutely.
Now you guys have, we just talked about you've raised thousands of dollars. Why is this so important for Buy or Burn?
Oftentimes, an artist doesn't have control over the secondary market for their work if it comes to a fine art auction, say Sotheby's or Christie's. In this case, the artist does get to control their presence in an auction market and gets to control the capital earned from those sales in a larger percentage than they would typically through a gallery. So for me, the idea of Buy or Burn is to give accessibility to amazing art, like real art, to Northwest Arkansas, but also to give the artist the agency to control their own capital
love that.
production.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. And so,
Absolutely.
are these pieces really burned if they are not bought?
Yes, Jason.
Yes.
Okay, so last year, 207 artworks sold, 3 burned.
Okay.
We
Well,
do
hey,
it.
that's
If it
pretty-
doesn't sell, it's
Pretty
gone.
good percentage, though.
I would
mean,
say that
all
your
three
odds
pieces.
are good.
Yes, your odds
yeah.
are good. That's right. And it's breathing new life, like we said, into these artworks that might otherwise be lost.
Right, that's
So-
200 artworks
100%,
that are in the
yes.
community that aren't in artist studios.
Right.
So that's got to have some sort of impact.
Yeah. So remind us, though, how people can participate. You still have the rest of today to get
Correct.
this final auction of 2024.
So the anniversary auction ends tonight, 8 o'clock. It's at 32 auctions. Of course, my social media has all of the information, the links to the auction site. Bidding is active, and we have seen it incrementally go up. But I know this evening we're probably going to see some battles happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good place to
Yeah.
be
We
in.
always have battles, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the fun of an auction. You know,
That's
an
right.
auction itself is live theater, but we also learn stories. We contribute a lot to the understanding of an artwork
Yeah.
through this process, and that's what's important.
Well, I know it's kind of daunting to put your artwork up on the chopping block to
Right.
maybe
It's
be
very big.
burned. So
Absolutely.
thank you both for kind of making
Yes.
that bold stance and saying, hey, let's get this stuff sold and raise some money for great organizations.
For sure.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you both so
Absolutely.
Yeah.
much.
Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you
us.
for
Yeah,
having
for sure.
us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.